They say Brooklyn did the right thing for Gio. But here's the harsh truth no one's admitting, and why forgiveness isn't coming anytime soon. Brooklyn made a tough call as a teenager, and honestly, she needs to own it. She believed it was the best shot Gio had at a good life. Hopefully, Gio gets that. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll go and knock up Emma, and when he's staring down his own impossible decision, he'll finally see how hard this whole thing really is, and then, maybe, just maybe, he'll forgive her. As for Dante, the guy was clueless, so cut him some slack. Lulu, on the other hand, total nosy, jealous mess. If she couldn't keep this under wraps, she should have handled it quietly. No screaming matches in public. Some real-life consequences wouldn't hurt her for stirring the pot like that. Lois? She thought giving Gio up to the adoptive parents she picked, the good people, was the best move. But here's the kicker. When those parents died, everyone deserved to know the truth. That's where Lois dropped the ball and deserves some blame. And Olivia, Sunny, Ned, and Tracy? Not a stitch of fault on them. Gio should really take that to heart. Now, to everyone whining about Michael's return, seriously, stop. You wanted Michael back, right? Well, this isn't the Michael you envisioned, but it's a Michael. Give the guy a chance before you write him off. And if the audience doesn't warm up, you know GH will swap him out faster than you can say soap opera. Meanwhile, Chad's moving on with his life, so the Michael storyline better keep up. Oh, and Nina? Yep, she's back on my hit list. Attacking my girl and then trying to whack her with a candle. Really, I wish Joss had broken her arm instead. Nina and her demon spawn seriously can't handle a little truth. Speaking of drama, most fans, though not all, aren't exactly thrilled with Drew 2.0. But hey, at least it's giving Cameron more to work with. Here's a thought. Forget the fandom theories. What if Drew, after his prison stint and that brutal beating, is just out for revenge on everyone who wronged him, including Nina, who snitched on him and Carly? That would explain the whole affair with Nina and now dating her daughter Willow. Willow's basically a pawn in his game. It's never about love. And Carly? Drew cared about her before prison. He took the fall for the SEC mess, lost time with his daughter, nearly died behind bars for her sake, and still, he thinks she put Jason first. That's all him, not me. Michael? Also tangled up in the insider trading scandal, but dodged the fallout thanks to his ELQ connections. Over time, others joined Drew's vendetta, like Curtis, who teamed with Michael to oust Aurora. Now Drew's also gunning for Sunny, fueled partly by his jealousy over Jason, and we can trace all that back to Carly naturally. Honestly, I'd love to hear Drew's "Why I Did It" speech. Something like that classic Burt Ramsey reveal from the 80s, blaming Robert Scorpio for stealing his rightful police chief title, only to hand it to Robert right after. Classic soap opera justice. Hey babes, welcome back to Larivia. It's your girl Larivia, and trust me, today's tea is piping hot. Let's get into it. Are you tired of watching Lois get away with secrets that ruin entire families? You're not alone, and here's why Ned should have exploded at her ages ago. I seriously wish that while Jocelyn and Willow were stuck in the bathroom, Joss would have just ripped Lila's ring right off Willow's finger, and then, of course, launched into another delightful Drufus roast. Now that would have been epic. Honestly, if anyone has the biggest reason to be furious at Lois, it's Ned. Brooklyn was 16 when she had the baby, and Ned, as the father, absolutely deserved to know his teenage daughter was pregnant. Oh, and bonus, Lois had the nerve to keep his grandson living under his roof without telling him. Ned should seriously drag her through the mud and toss her sassy self all the way back to Bensonhurst. And Lulu? Yeah, she needs a timeout or maybe permanent exile. She's intrusive, rude, and disrespectful. Who even asked for her comeback? She's been annoying forever and now she's just unbearable. Way to go, Lulu. Hope you're proud, destroying lives left and right. And while you're at it, I hope you get explosive diarrhea at the nurse's ball and somehow fall back into a coma. Karma's gotta hit someone. What was up with the last 15 minutes of the show today? Just when Emma asks Gio what's wrong, bam, a special report. Thanks for killing the mood, I guess. Oh, Nina's crazy side, it's finally bursting out like a volcano. I hope she can keep it together when Michael shows up and wipes that smug grin off her face. First, she smacks Carly, then during the fight, she grabs a glass candle to bash her head in until Jocelyn saves the day. Now she's just rambling, making up a whole new version of the story that fits her delusional narrative. Love to see her get a big dose of karma. But the real mess? Lois. She's got the biggest explaining to do. Brooklyn's a victim here too. A woman can choose adoption, but she trusted her mom to handle it right. Spoiler, Lois didn't, and then the bomb drops. Gio finds out his entire life's built on lies. He overhears Lulu and Lois spilling the truth about his real family ties. Honestly, I can't stand Lulu, but this truth bomb was always going to explode because the truth always surfaces. Lois lied to everyone: Brooklyn, Dante, Olivia, Sunny, Ned, and especially Gio. Gio's been left thinking Brooklyn and Dante never wanted him. The only innocent party here is Dante, who didn't even know Brooklyn was pregnant and never got the chance to decide if he wanted to be a dad. That decision was made by Brooklyn and Lois, and yeah, that was a colossal mistake. Lois will have a lot of groveling to do to Gio, Brooklyn, Dante, Olivia, Sunny, and Ned. Meanwhile, Lulu's snooping about Gio is probably going to wreck her relationship with Drew, at least for a bit. And will Cody end up with Lulu or Molly? Stay tuned. Olivia spilled the truth to Willow about choosing Drew and warned her that when Drew's real nature is revealed, it's gonna blow up in her face. Can't wait for everyone, especially Willow, to find out Drew blocked her and Michael from talking about their marriage and family drama. I'm rooting for Ned and the crew to find out Drew set up Tracy to get drugged, because Nina? She's a real piece of work, running to Carly with her plan to testify that Michael abandoned his kids, and that Drew and she should get custody. Here's a theory. If the writers stick to the June 2nd court date, Nina might just spill about her and Drew's scandalous hookup while Drew was busy seducing Mrs. Michael Corinthos III. I'm betting Sunny gave Nina the real scoop. That Willow's about to lose everything, especially her kids, siding with Drew. And Curtis Ashford letting Jordan know Drew's blackmailing Portia. Classic soap move. Curtis telling Portia to play along for now was priceless. Honestly, who actually clapped for Sidwell at the nurses' ball? That was comedy gold. Are you tired of watching characters make the worst decisions imaginable, then acting like it's totally normal? Welcome to Port Charles drama at its finest. Okay, so I wasn't exactly Team Michael at first, but then he dropped that one-liner, "Come on, son, let's go home," and boom, he won me over. Seriously, nailed it. Meanwhile, where was Gio today? Oh right, nowhere. 4 years in a coma, and everyone just moved on like she was yesterday's news. Classic. Then there's Lulu, trying to play hero just so she can feel relevant again. Too bad Gio's whole world had to blow up because of her massive ego. Does she even realize how many lifelong friendships and relationships she's about to trash? Spoiler, a lot. Sure, Dante and Gio deserved to know the truth, but not this way, and definitely not from Lulu. When even Carly's side-eyeing your plan, maybe, just maybe, take the hint. And Drew? Oh man, that smug little grin had me giggling all weekend. I've rewatched the episode 3 times, and the Michael reveal clip an unhealthy number of times. Drewish is so annoyingly perfect, I just want to smack those gleaming teeth of his. And Willow? I've always thought she was a sheep, but her current suck-up routine to Drew? Absolutely disgusting. I get it, no one wants Wiley and Amelia to lose their mom, but they need to get out of Drew's orbit, like yesterday. It's fiction, but somehow these characters manage to make me irrationally mad. Michael's track record with Nina's daughters? Oof, rough. Sure, we miss Chad, But maybe it's time to give Rory a real chance. And Brooklyn? Should she just disown Lois and Gloria already? Willow cheated. Big deal. Port Charles is basically the cheating capital, and Michael's no saint either. If he thinks he can win by exposing Sasha's pregnancy, haha, good luck. Knowing Rick and his hate boner for those folks, he'll dig up every skeleton Michael has. I'm hoping for a joint custody battle. No sane judge would take Willow's kids away completely. What bad has she really done? Honestly, I'm riding with Nina Reeves all the way. That's my GH queen. And Olivia? She really needs to call Lois out for her massive hypocrisy. Remember when Olivia and Ned begged Lois not to spill Mina's secret to Sunny because she was all about no secrets? But now, Lois keeps an even bigger secret and suddenly that's totally fine. Hypocrisy much? Can't wait to see how the whole Michael taking the kids drama unfolds. Popcorn ready because this episode is gonna be a wild ride. Also, PSA. If you don't want spoilers, seriously, stay off this page until you've watched it. Oh, and about Brooke Lynn's closed adoption. She asked for it, wanted zero contact with her child, and that kid could have ended up next door with no clue. Lois gave her exactly what she wanted, a closed adoption in a good home. No one predicted the cousin getting sick, moving back to Bensonhurst, and dying young. Sure, Lois should have told Brooke Lynn when she admitted she still thought about the kid months ago, and maybe right after her cousin died when Brooke Lynn was in her mid-20s. But honestly, this mess is a classic case of life happens. Here's the real reason Lois kept Gio's identity a secret, and why it's about to ruin everyone's lives. The truth they don't want you to know. I don't know about you, but I've been counting down the minutes for today's episode. Sure, I want to see the Michael and Willow fallout, but honestly, it's the Brooklyn and Lois showdown that's got me hooked. Then throw in Olivia versus Lois, Ned versus Lois, and oh yeah, Dante and Lulu, and eventually Brooklyn and Lulu. Woo! If the writers don't deliver, I've got a few ideas they might want to borrow. Ha! This week is going to be wild. Fingers crossed for no interruptions because the cues are probably about to make Lois pack her bags. Lulu, meanwhile, desperately needs to face the music for snooping around Martin's room. Seriously, that wasn't her story to spill. She still thinks Brooklyn knew Gio was hers, but let's be real, Lulu's the real vindictive one, swimming in jealousy and hate. If Sam was still around, Lulu's hatred would be aimed there instead. Michael? He really needs to fake wanting to hold Willow's hand, just long enough to yank that ring off her finger. Now that the truth about Gio is finally out, the fallout is about to blow up in everyone's faces. Yes, Lulu will get some heat from Dant, mostly because she ignored her first gut and didn't tell him about Brooklyn giving birth to his oldest son, Gio, or that she suspected Gio was actually Brooklyn and Dante's kid. But honestly, the biggest blame lands on Gloria, Lois, and Lois's cousin who adopted Gio. They've been hiding the truth in plain sight, keeping everyone, Gio, Brooklyn, Dant, and others, in the dark. I actually agree with Olivia, who comforts Lois by saying she kept Gio's true identity to herself. And yeah, Lois probably influenced Brooklyn's decision to keep Gio away from the Q family and their money. But still, Lois was dead wrong not to tell Brooklyn, Ned, Olivia, Sunny, Dante, and most importantly Gio himself years ago. Chase and Dante's friendship? That's never going to be the same, since Chase kept Dante in the dark about Brooklyn's secret child. And Dante's relationship with Brooklyn? Yeah, that's shattered too, thanks to Brooklyn keeping the secret for decades. Bottom line, Lois started this mess 21 years ago with her lies, especially to Gio. Then she blindsided Martin with the shocking truth about Brooklyn and Dante's child. If Lois hadn't done that, Lulu never would have stumbled onto the secret. Lulu wasn't digging for Brooklyn's big secret, she was just trying to find info on her daughter Charlotte. Once Lulu learned the truth, there was no unlearning it. The only real mistake Lulu made, not telling Dante the truth the moment she found out. And speaking of drama, I'm still buzzing over Friday's episode. Willow and Drew trying to rope Carly into a custody deal by painting Michael as the absentee dad. Please. That plan just blew up in their faces. Then, with Tracy and Ned finding out about Drew and Nina's tryst, things are officially heating up. I mean, Willow telling Michael the kids belong with her. Seriously, you've been parading Drew around like a trophy, kissing him on national TV at the nurses' ball, and you're still married. Meanwhile, Nina's suddenly the voice of reason, telling Sonny a compromise is best. But weren't you just in the bathroom telling Carly you'd lie for your daughter on the stand? The nerve. Honestly, I just want the truth to come out, especially how Drew paid off that nurse to say Michael didn't want to see Willow. That lie kicked off this entire mess. Can't wait for the chaos this week on General Hospital. Are you obsessed with the BLQ and Chase drama and ready for the ultimate betrayal showdown? I'm all in with BLQ and Chase, finally caught up since I missed her whole Mean Girl era. Apparently, those golden episodes are chilling on Prime. Honestly, I'm digging who BLQ is now. She and Chase? Solid. And from what I can tell, she's been upfront with him. Fingers crossed they actually survive this Geo mess together. Also, anyone else just waiting for Brooklyn to kick off her pregnancy saga with a classic "This One Time at Band Camp" story? Because that's gonna be peak BLQ. Side note, I really wanted Willow to get a dissociative identity disorder arc. Imagine her chatting with Kevin, finding her true self, and suddenly realizing her real name is Callie Miller. Drama gold right there. Now, about this new Michael, I'm cautiously optimistic. He's got that Jason vibe to me. You know, take charge and protect at all costs energy. Just my 2 cents. But seriously, wait until Michael finds out the Dreyfus clan has been cooking up paperwork to make him guardian of his own kids. The look on his face, priceless. Yeah, I just saw a spoiler for tomorrow's episode, and I'm telling you, it's about to be 1000% unhinged, and I am here for it. First up, Brooklyn storms into Lois's room, demanding to know if Geo is actually her kid. Imagine her bursting in like, surprise, I know everything, with zero forgiveness in sight. My theory? She's about to hit that ultimate betrayal note like she's back on stage, yelling, "How could you not tell me?" Then Olivia rolls up on Lois with the ultimate side-eye. "Girl, you knew all this time? My guess?" Olivia's serving pasta and drama. That "you did what was best for you" line. Oof, it's gonna sting harder than Sunny's espresso. Meanwhile, Lulu's crying her eyes out and Dante's confronting her. Honestly, Dan's eyebrows alone will speak volumes. Why didn't you tell me? Why now? And of course, we have Weeping Willow delivering her signature monologue to Michael. This isn't right. The kids belong with me. Michael, cool as ever. Not anymore. I'm betting she ends up crying in the Quartermain Rose Garden. Brew. The nurse's ball fallout was just a warm-up act. Tomorrow's episode, the main course, all drama, zero filler. Popcorn, ready, DVR, set. Let's go. Anyone else feel like a kid waiting for Santa when it comes to tomorrow's show? The suspense is killing me. Oh, and I can't wait for Michael and Sasha's little dirty secret to finally blow up. Honestly, I can't stand either one of those fools. Also, notice how no one's talking about Lulu bouncing back so fast, because there's no way Michael could recover that quickly. Just saying. And seriously, why does Willow think the kids belong with her? Outside of Nina and Drew, her support squad is basically non-existent compared to Michael's. Plus, Drew's been feeding her all kinds of nonsense. They live in the same city. Shared custody seems pretty generous. So why does she think she and Drew should be raising Michael's kids? So who was that mystery guy who showed up at the nurse's ball and just snatched Willie? Seriously, did General Hospital even air today? Because Hulu's not showing it tonight, and I'm totally lost here. And can we talk about holiday reruns for a second? Instead of recycling the same tired episodes we just saw, How about tossing us a bone with some classics? Something from the 80s, or even black and white gems from the 60s. Bet a lot of us would actually tune in for that nostalgia trip. Now, on to the endless argument about Lulu. Was she right or wrong to speak up? Here's a simple question. Do you honestly think Gio's going to thank her for turning his life upside down and wiping out his memories? Yeah, didn't think so. Also, what's the deal with Ace? Will he be a teenager the next time we see him? Time's flying faster than the storyline. I can't wait for Weeping Willow to find out that Michael never even knew she flew to Germany, and that it was Drew who kept her away. You just know Michael's going to throw that in everyone's face when this hits the courtroom. They can yap about Sonny all they want. Sure, he's a mob boss, but the man knows how to make boss moves. And now, they're trying to strip that away. Please, come back, Sonny. The one siding with Sidwell will regret it. And what's with the double standard about Sasha? She gets to keep her baby's identity a secret from the family, but Lois was crucified for the same thing. If Sasha's really worried about the dangers of being linked to the Corinthos name, wouldn't she be more concerned about letting her kid's hitman step in as daddy? Nope, she's just terrified her illegitimate baby will get exposed. She's misleading her child, just like Gio was misled. Both Sasha and Michael should feel ashamed, because this kid's going to get hurt just like Gio did. So how do you want the big Sasha/Michael secret to finally spill? I mean, I was always a Michael/Sasha fan, but honestly, Sasha with Brando? Now that was a love story worth watching. Their wedding? Gorgeous. The heartbreak when she lost the baby and then Brando. Absolutely gut-wrenching. But this current Sasha? Keeping this secret with zero good reason is just plain annoying. She's throwing out all these flimsy excuses for why Michael can't be involved. But then, plot twist, she lies about Jason. Jason, who's arguably more dangerous, yet somehow she's perfectly fine tying herself to him, and the same dangerous, annoying crowd she supposedly wants to avoid. Makes perfect sense, right? Honestly, I'd love for the secret to explode in court. Like, picture this. Sasha goes into labor right there on the witness stand. Meanwhile, Michael is pacing or acting way too concerned to be casual. Boom, secret's out, drama guaranteed. Because let's face it, it's gotta come out sometime. Oh, and here's a fun side note. Did we all forget Michael covered up an FBI murder? Somehow, that's supposed to be less scandalous than Willow hooking up with her uncle-in-law. Please, I'm just waiting for Rick to dig that up and shake things up even more. And here's a burning question. Who's delivering this baby? Michael? Jason? Willow? Tracy? The suspense is killing me. Honestly, I never liked Sasha much and never understood why she got screen time over the characters I actually cared about. But today Sasha was all kinds of amazing, because she was looking at Hot Mike, and her face was exactly my face. That's the first time I've ever seen her actually light up on screen. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.